I know Andre 3000 has a line about it where he's like, you know I'm a grown ass kid, I don't care about no damn money. And I'm like, yeah fam, you're gonna have to, bro, cause yeah, that's your property, bro. That's your property, bro. Like, it's your property, man. And that money matters, bro, because yeah, if you're not thinking about your money, somebody else is thinking of how to get it from you. What's that saying? Or as hard as you work for your money, there are at least 4 people working just as hard to get it from you. And if you think about it, it's true. You can't even watch YouTube without ads. You know what I mean? Because it's like everybody wants your money. As hard as you work for it, they're working just as hard to get it from you. And it's not even just ads, but you could be chilling, minding your own business. People will call you to try and get your money. Like, hello, sir, I'm calling you from MTN. Have you heard of our insurance? And I'm like, dog, like, can I just enjoy my money, or can I at least decide how I want to spend my body? You know what I mean? Like, instead of getting offers everywhere. And we don't realize how pervasive that whole consumerism thing is, bro, because there's some things that just can't happen or wouldn't be happening at the same scale without the monetization. A lot of our favorite sports, what the fuck, man? Do you know how much sponsorship money goes into all sports, every event?
Crazy.
So monetization, definitely, like, we have to be on that, about that. And ultimately, right, for me, the monetization must be to money. If you became creative because you felt like you weren't being validated in your world, then it means that it was a question of value, right? Which means that you are teaching yourself how to value yourself differently by creating, by being a creative person, right? So now that you created value within yourself, I'm saying, well, let it balance, bro. Like, as much time as you spend erecting beautiful intellectual property, make sure that you're getting paid for it. You know what I mean? So that then you feel valued, or you know your value in the market. No one is going to exploit you. Right now, you're going to still be encouraged to do it. Because imagine, like, you're somebody like Zahara. You had the biggest song in the country. And, yeah, you're still asking for money to go buy a beer. How, like, what's that going to do for your creative process in terms of making more music? You're going to, like, how many artists have been depressed because, you know what I'm saying, because they went broke? You know, how many artists have stopped creating because they went broke? Yeah.
And what about legacy? Because a lot of artists, I think, when they, do artists think about wills and like,
hey, bro, I'm only learning to think about all of that, bro. Wills, having shit in your name.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
because a lot of like drama comes out like after an artist passes on, and it's like people are fighting over the estate and like who's gonna live in the house and uncle, you know. Then like there's like customary law, and then there's like, you know, Western law. Then they clash. Like, you know, like uncles are like, no, this is how it's done. Like we need to take, you know what I'm saying? And then the Magoti is there, like,
what is going on?
Like, what do y'all mean?
And then you have people pulling up from out of the woodworks, like, yeah, no, actually, I've been speaking to my lawyer. This guy owes me 10% of everything he made because I gave him that name.
Bro.
Like, I remember we were on the playground in high school.
All kinds of
I have witnesses.
You don't know.
We were on the playground in high school at break. I was like, yeah, you're Peanut Head. And now Peanut Head is a multi-platinum artist. They want 10% of everything Peanut ever made. Dr. Dre's wife is on that bullshit right now. Do you know she's claiming over? She owns, I think the name Dr. Dre, and she wants rights, or she wants ownership rights to the credit. I don't think they were, like, they must have been together, but I don't know if they were married by then.
Like part ownership?
Why? How? How?
Like part ownership?
How does
or
she
like
own
owning
it?
the
Wait. That is like.
But wait, is she saying part ownership, or is she saying the whole thing? Like the whole.
I think maybe she knows how much that is worth in the catalog, so she's like, okay, if I can get this, because I feel like I contributed enough for this to happen. So, like, this is how I think that the divorce laws work, or the logic behind the divorce things is, if you make $1 million with, like, and your wife is by your side, if she can prove, or if in her mind, or she can prove in court that you wouldn't have made that $1 million without her, then it, like, the way the court see it, she's entitled to some of it. But it makes no sense to us. Like, Rick Ross even had a line about it, like, bitch, you want with me in the gym? You want with me shooting in the gym? You want with me in studio? You want with me when I was catching taxis to yours?
I think it depends. Well, like what kind of, how's that the law? It depends like what kind of partnership you have with your person. Because some people like genuinely like like a woman, exactly, like a woman can literally like save you.
Exactly.
And like she's the one who has things steady in her life at the
It's
time.
fine, but even even if I'm a homosexual, bro, because it's intellectual property, bro. Where there's property involved, there's a contract signed normally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then we can make a contract or our way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but let's sign the contract down and everything.
yeah. That's another thing, bro.
Yeah.
Is I would never encourage anyone to get married in community or property. I'm sorry, bro. Like, nah, just nah.
But then there's also the one that like kicks in automatically.
Which one
You
is
stay together.
No,
Is that 6 months, more than 6 months?
No, you're
6
talking about the common law marriage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
And if you didn't sign any,
It doesn't matter if you signed, you didn't
Yes,
sign.
it's like a what do they call it?
It
Like
kicks
a
in.
partnership.
So what I would encourage is keep the same homosexual mentality. Always have a girl that has more than you. You come out fine.
How does that make sense?
What? So like, because
How did we
everybody
get there?
because if there's a split, then you're not Dr. Dre. She's
Yeah,
Dr. Dre now.
she's getting drained.
But then, how do you grow as a person? Like, are you just saying that?
How did she grow as a person?
So it's just about her.
How did she get to a point where she was $2 million a month out of the divorce? $2 million, bro. I don't think that a president can spend. Okay, no, presidents probably spend more than that. But it just.
But the issue is we don't know. We don't know her life. We don't know anything about her. She's not the celebrity in the equation.
Okay, but what celebrity?
So we don't know what life
celebrity
she
took
lives
it?
that needs.
What celebrity? What celebrity lifestyle?
So she goes to the judge, and the judges are not crazy. They operate in the law. So
no, but I think they turned down her claim. Like they.
Boom. So it
Yeah,
didn't.
they are crazy.
So it wasn't just. So it wasn't justified.
So it's the lawyers. It's just the lawyers that are crazy because they told her that she like they went ahead with
They
it.
are your lawyers.
Somebody stood up there and was like, okay, we're gonna go ask for $2 million.
Yeah, but just because it was swatted down doesn't mean it was wholesale crazy. It just means that it didn't meet the requirements. Do you know what I'm saying? But maybe if they had asked for $1 million, they would have been like.
So lawyers are artists also. Lawyers are artists also according to Warhol. They artists whatever you can get away with.
Yeah.
Lord.
Mayhaps.
Lord.
Mayhaps.
Lord.
But what I'm saying is
that's
it's very easy to look at that situation and be like, oh my goodness, this woman is crazy. Why would she even ask any of this? But we don't know that life. We don't because she is in a situation now where she's just now separating from a billionaire and has to like navigate her way in the world, right? So where they stay, rent is bananas. The children that she has to raise, the life that they know. Oh well, the grown kids.
But if they grown, what is the lifestyle that they grew up in have to do with them now that they grown, bro? Fuck off, go start your own lifestyle.
But maybe that's not their life.
What do you mean?
They still like
dependent.
No,
it doesn't matter, bro.
Saying,
They're grown-ups.
I didn't know they were grown-ups, but my only point is that the ecosystem in which she finds herself is a billionaire ecosystem.
Okay.
So she has to keep trajectorying in a billionaire.
But
why, bro?
What I'm saying,
lost $1 billion.
You just lost. If you lose a job that was earning you whatever.
Marriage a job though?
No. It's
talking about income now. Again, we're talking straight up. We're talking about money now.
She's saying she worked at.
Yeah, and helping and making Dre Dr. Dre and making him make the product. Sure.
What I'm saying is, okay,
so now she's
not
quit
a job. Not a job.
No, she's quit a job. She said, oh, I'm no longer making Dre. So, but then you still want
Why
to
do you want
keep
to keep? If you lose your job,
severance must.
No,
severance is what's
severance, but not
imagine. Okay, wait.
And UIF.
No, hold on.
Working retirement annuities.
That's for as long as you're unemployed. That's for as long as you're unemployed, and there's no way it will ever compare to that. Imagine you did vacation work way back when we were in varsity. Imagine if that company still had to pay you today.
It would be delicious.
And for you! But the company, it would be delicious for you!
Okay.
But
it doesn't compare.
How does it not?
She have a job. Let's say she's just like
Why doesn't she have a job? Yeah.
No, because she decided, you know what, I'm gonna get into this marriage.
She
I'm gonna work
she
on
decided
No.
So even when she decides to leave the marriage.
Community here, right? I'm gonna run this household. And I'm going to make sure that everything is taken care of. You just focus on making the music, and I'll come in and help you wherever I need to kind of come in, right? So I'm leaving whatever my dreams, my hopes, and what, right? And I'm focusing on building this. So if one day you decide that you don't want to do this anymore, then like that lifestyle that we had created for us, even after this marriage, I still need to have that same lifestyle. because I contributed to this, if that makes sense.
Look, if you can make Drake, then you can make. I mean, Drake, you can make your